Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today's topic is also a topic taken from chapter 1 of 9th class biology book, that is impact of biological studies on human welfare. There are different branches of biology that are useful for human beings in different aspects. So there are some biological studies effects which are used to benefit humankind or are used for human welfare. The first one is production of food. Food, or you can say the field of agriculture, is the basic part of our economy of the country Pakistan. Various crops are grown in our country, which are known as crops like wheat, maize, rice, and barley are the most common ones. How their production or how their quality can be improved, how their production can be increased, means quantity can be improved, how such crops can be produced which are resistant to diseases, which are resistant to pests and insects also. There are certain substances which we can incorporate in plants so that they will produce some substances which make them resistant to pesticides, means other pests which are grown and which can affect the yield of crop, and then they can be resistant to insects also. Indirectly we can say that production, quality and quantity can be improved if we know the biology behind it. Many fruits and vegetables are required to supplement our daily requirements. We can produce or we can do some changes in vegetable and fruit so that they will be available throughout the year. They won't be seasonal anymore, and we can supplement or we can incorporate more vitamins and more minerals so that one fruit can complement or can fulfill requirement of the all of the dietary nutritional supplement, instead of taking many different or various kind of vegetables and fruits. Then two types of chicken you know commonly: farmy chicken, or it is also known as broiler chicken, and desi chicken. So what is the difference between them? Broiler chicken, or the chicken which are grown in farms, are induced in such a way their growth is or their growth rate is increased. तो जो चिकन आपको कुछ महीनों में जो है 6 महीनों में, 7 महीनों में, 8 महीनों में ईटेबल होती है, वो आपको कम टाइम में ईटेबल हो जाती है एंड दे विल बी अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट फॉर द सेल. इसी तरीके से इन द सेम वे cheese, different variety of cheese, yogurt and many other dairy products are produced at large number in industries, because we know what factors are responsible for the curdling of cheese or curdling of yogurt, ripening of cheese, then butter, how can be butter produced in the factories, or how their quality can be increased. So these type of studies are really benefiting human beings because they are fulfilling the production of food or the requirement of food in our daily life. Then health condition is also improved a lot. Various antibiotics are increasing the chances of survival after any infection. After infection, they are used to treat the infection so that human can live. Then different vaccines which are incorporated before infection are also used, for example smallpox, tetanus and diphtheria. So overall antibiotics and vaccines, we can say that they have improved the conditioning of human life. Then we know that whole world is facing a big problem of pollution, and if we know the environment well, what things are creating pollution or what things are adding as pollutant in our environment, how to maintain them, how to maintain their level, and ultimately how can we remove it from the environment. If we know the biology, we can take certain steps which will lead to production of healthy environment by elimination of all of the pollutants. Then next is genetic engineering, in which technique which is really important is recombinant DNA technology. In recombinant DNA technology, a recombinant organism is produced in which human cell part of gene is taken and is incorporated in bacterial cell. You know that human cells takes a lot of time for division, and so does to produce something which is responsible for a particular gene. If we incorporate the same gene in bacteria, which lifespan is very less, we can get the product in less time. So it is basically a copy paste प्रोसेस जिसमें ह्यूमन सेल से जीन का पार्ट जो है वो कॉपी किया जाता है और पेस्ट कर दिया जाता है बैक्टीरियल सेल में. So as bacterial cell divide, the production of that gene product is also obtained. Then synthesis of important drugs and hormones, for example, human insulin from bacteria. The insulin which is produced by our pancreas and is taken by diabetic patients is produced in large number by bacteria in laboratories, so that we don't have to sacrifice humans for the taking of one dose of insulin. In the same way, growth hormones are also produced, which is given to treat the deficiency or deficiency of hormones of growth by the patients of pituitary glands. And many drugs and hormones which are lacking, except these two, are also synthesized in laboratory using the technique of genetic engineering. Those animals or those plants which are very good in nature or whose quality is very good, their number can be increased by using genetic engineering and by particularly using the technique of cloning and tissue culture, in which exact copy of the same organism is produced in the laboratory. Then many diseases which can be inherited from parents to offspring can be diagnosed before occurring, and thus their chances of occurring can be reduced, and indirectly they can be treated also. Then there are some verses which we should know about animals and plants life. Two verses which we are going to see. The first one is Ayat 30 of Surah Anbiya. We made every living thing of water. Will they not then believe? हमने हर जानदार को पानी से बनाया, क्या वो यकीन नहीं करेंगे? Basically the 70% of our body is water. तो तमाम लिविंग जानदार को या तमाम लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म को पानी से जो बनाया है, so that is really true. Ayat 19 of Surah Al-Hijra. And the earth have we spread out and placed therein firm hills and caused each seemly things to grow therein. और हमने ज़मीन को फैला दिया है और इसमें मजबूत पहाड़ियों को रखा है और हर एक अच्छी चीज़ को वहाँ बढ़ा दिया है. Next two verses are about the origin of life. First one is Ayat 102 of Surah Al-An'am. He is the creator of the heavens and the earth. वो आसमानों और ज़मीन का खालिक है. The second one is the Ayat 12 of Surah Al-Mu'minun. We did create man from an essence of clay. हमने इंसान को मट्टी के जौहर से पैदा किया है या हमने इंसान को मट्टी से पैदा किया है. This was the information we know as a Muslim, and many things which we know as a Muslim or which are given in Quran, non-Muslim scientists have proved it after a lot of struggle. But we already know because we are blessed to be a Muslim. That is the end of the class. Thank you so much and Allah Hafiz.